invite Everett's finest to join us. So every month we have a police report, and we've got the top people here today. So
hello, how's it going? I'm Officer Jacoby. Two of my colleagues, Sergeant Sutherland, one of the night sergeants for our South Precinct, and Master Police Officer Martinez, and he works in our North Precinct. I work the South Precinct, but this is actually my area, so that's part of the reason why I'm here tonight. Talked to Tom a little bit before we came here. There was some concerns about speeding along the boulevard. Yeah, I see some heads nodding. And then the mail thefts, which would you guys agree those are some things that are a concern over in this area?
Car prowls.
Okay, all right. So we are doing checks and sweeps through the boulevard. I know we also have to answer call for service. We are, along with police, along with the park rangers, we're always checking the parks as well. Anybody that might be hanging out after hours, where they shouldn't be hanging out. So we are doing routine checks of the area. If you guys see anything suspicious, call us, okay? We're gonna respond no matter what, all right? Also, is there any concern other than the two that I just talked about that you guys might have? Go ahead.
The string of cars, they're basically just rummaging through the cars, leaving most everything, but just taking more or less if there's.
Right, so breaking in the vehicles and all that. So my best advice is to continue locking your cars, taking all your personal stuff out. Insurance, registration, you guys, with the registration, you guys are more than welcome to, cut your name out, but just leave your registration in the car. As far as insurance, a lot of the insurance companies are going online. If you guys have the ability to have it on your phone, that's another alternative too. But mainly just keeping your cars secured and locking them up.
We swear they're locked. Is
Yeah.
there a thing where they have a way to leave the alarm and get in? 'Cause
Me personally, I haven't experienced that or taken a report of someone, might have some device to tamper with the alarm. But, yeah.
I have a question.
You go ahead.
For me, when driving on the boulevard, I see the same people walk back and forth.
Mhm.
And I always wonder if a lot of those people reside in the forest or across. Let's just put it this way, if they do, and I decide to take a walk through there, I would feel very vulnerable. If there are people, homeless people, and they're desperate, and
Right.
here comes somebody with a wallet.
Right. Well, again, I think that kind of goes back to if you see anything suspicious, call us. Okay?
Well,
We-
I guess, every
It's
day,
every day.
every day I see them walk back. They have a routine. I mean, I'm not saying they're bad people, I'm not.
Right,
And I
right.
don't know where they go, and I don't know who resides there. Except for one time when we went, my wife and I walked, and we saw there were some places where they had, people have camping out, or like homeless people.
Right,
So
right.
it's telling me that there's more people in there that's taking that.
And I'm sorry, where was this? What area?
Go ahead.
So Forest Park, and then it's on the opposite side of Forest Park, and there's the gated,
Pigeon
shade.
Creek. It's Pigeon Creek.
I don't know what it is, it's a paved
Yeah.
walkway, and it's a
Okay.
gate.
Pigeon
But it's
Creek.
on the opposite side of Forest Park.
Okay.
And, I mean, it's
It's
all
quite a lot of
over,
woods, yeah.
next door. There's a lot of communication about
Okay,
people seeing people coming in and out of those woods all the
Okay.
time. But, I mean, you see the same people, and, you can only assume they're transient because
okay. 'Cause,
pushing
right, right.
carts and wearing.
So I
Obvious.
will try and be better myself in checking that area, and see if I can make any contact with people in the woods in that particular area. And if we do, we'll try and do our best to offer services, maybe refer them to our co-ed team. So, but thank you for letting me know. I will definitely check that area out.
Do you mind if I address that for just a second?
Yeah, go ahead.
So, that what I think you're talking about is Pigeon Creek
Yeah,
Road
yes.
goes down. That used to be open, so like, it was kind of like a park, people would go down there. You used to be able to drive down right by the train tracks. To the east of that is what's called Hoover Road's, like you're going towards Rucker. That's a dirt road that used to be, I think, a Girl Scout camp way before my time. The transients do go in there and set up camps there. The park rangers go in there and clear that out.
I've seen park rangers.
And then also to, I don't know specifically who you're talking about, I can't remember the guy's name, but there's a guy who frequently walks in that area who has mental issues, who is totally resistant to any police contact and any assistance from us. And, we've tried to offer that. Because the guy is maybe a little taller and skinnier than me, that's got kind of sandy blondish hair, is that one of the people you're seeing? Okay, he's a real frequent
He kind
walker.
of looked
yeah.
like a business guy, and then you started seeing his clothes get worse.
He one time had no clothes on, but, it's kind of showing some mental illness. Anyways, I'm sorry, go ahead.
But yeah, to emphasize on what he was saying, as far as trying to offer services, they also got to be willing to want to take those services as well. You know, so we are out there contacting people, trying to, you know, help them in the situation that they may be in. So,
Homelessness is a big issue.
right, yeah, it is.
We're not a sanctuary city,
No, we're not.
but it's beginning to look, have you seen that great motorhome that's parked out?
Yeah, what is with that motorhome?
That showed up out of nowhere. Where's all this real coming?
So we are,
Garbage everywhere.
we still are doing parking enforcement. Our parking team is also out there as well. All right. You know, we can try and contact the people and see if there's any service we can offer them. All right. However, with parking enforcement, you know, if they're on the street, if they move, it's kind of like it resets again. You
It
know, I
doesn't
mean,
look like it could even.
But that burned out, talking about burned out, that's down at the,
motorhome that got
just
down
so
there.
before you go up to
Big
View
empty
Ridge,
lot.
right on the
Next to
left, that big
Glen
empty
Haven.
lot, there's a
Yeah,
burned
empty
out RV.
It's like
It's
30
been
feet
tagged.
long.
Yeah, it's like 30 feet long. It's
How did
been
you even
there.
get there?
So
been there
when
for a
you
week.
see a RV like that obviously isn't moving, that's been parked in one spot for a long time, absolutely report it. I've been to the police precinct, they keep a running list of all the RVs, they've got them
Right.
coded by license plate. The thing is we legally can't do anything if they move them all the time.
Well,
What we do,
This is
what we
burned
do is we go up and we try to offer services to do this. And then if they don't want services and refuse to get the support, we do end up towing those vehicles. So there is a limit on how long people can park, and we have towed, I can't remember, do you guys have the number, but it was a really high number of vehicles. We're seeing more and more of these RVs coming into our city this year. The entire region, they're all over the region, right? So I mean, it's not just hitting Everett, I'm seeing them all over in
I've seen
other
them all on the
cities.
flats.
Obviously down in Seattle, it's just a.
and not only that, if they're parked on private property, it's typically the property owner that has to be willing to tow.
Is that
This
private
is
property, that piece?
The
I thought
story
that
on that
You just
RV,
report it,
according
yeah.
to the Nextdoor
But
website,
if we don't.
Hey,
there's a thread on the Nextdoor.com website that basically what the story is that the RV was on somebody else's property, was burned, they towed it out and left it there.
It's been tagged too, so I think it's just a matter of time before that thing's gonna get towed away.
But
so.
it's true, we need your help. The police team can't be everywhere at once, so we need to know where you're seeing these RVs and where you're seeing them, not move. And the team goes out and they try to engage and they try to get them into services, and if they resist and they're not moving along, and we can tow. And they have a right then to legally go out and get their RV if they, from the tow yard. So I mean, it's a challenging group of individuals to address, because they're living in that vehicle. So often they are some of the most resistant to getting the supportive services. and our hands are tied if they've got a handicap placard and things like that.
Can you explain to me why they're tied? Why the homeless have more rights, it feels like, than we do as property owners?
This is it's a
Because
legal
this is
issue that
coming
goes
from the
far
courts that
further
is way
me.
higher than above us.
Yeah,
Who voted for
It's
sanctuary?
typically
Who did
the-
this?
This
Seems
isn't
like
sanctuary
we're
cities, this is a
getting
federal
expensive.
level, like people with disabilities.
No, that's inaccurate.
It's
That
coming
is
from
totally,
like
this is
So
not
it's
a
a-
federal issue. This
Okay.
is
Okay.
decided by
Okay.
cities.
It's not
Okay.
decided by cities, ma'am.
Be-
So when
It
somebody
is.
has.
Okay, swim, I went to swim. I'm thinking of moving to swim. Do you know why I'm thinking of moving to swim? Because they don't have the homeless. As a woman, I don't want to be in a home and feel threatened. I have woods in the back of my house. Do you know what that feels like as a single woman? That does not feel safe. So you know what? I found out when I moved to swim, I said, how come you guys don't have homeless? They said, because we don't service them. We had Port Angeles come down and visit us. And what they said is, if you provide services to the homeless, they will come.
Yeah.
Swim does not provide services, they transport and provide goods to Port Angeles.
So
And
ma'am,
that's what they don't.
it's true that smaller communities don't have the same level of challenges that we do. One of the challenges that we face as an urban center of Snohomish County is that we are the urban center of Snohomish County, and regardless of what services are offered in our city or not, we have a jail. We have a jail in our downtown. We have Providence Hospital that serves the entire region. So no matter whether our police are trying to provide supportive
I'm not
connections
faulting
or
the
services.
police at all. I'm
No, no.
faulting,
Well,
I'm
in-
faulting,
To elaborate more on that, other agencies are bringing the people to the city of Everett because of Providence and the
because
jail.
of Seattle. I live in Seattle. It is a nightmare.
It
It is a nightmare. Garbage everywhere.
So we're working hard to not let that happen here, but it really takes the whole of our community. So our police team is working at
Oh, I
fever
don't fault
pace.
you guys.
Our fire team is working. We are trying to enforce every law that we have available to us. And
Why can't we say, if you do not come and get services, then you have to go to another city and pull them out. Let Seattle have it. Seattle does a great job of having it.
So, thank you for your feedback. I appreciate it. I know it's a big deal, and I know it's a concern. I know that we have block watch groups. We have 3 block watch groups. And if you feel strongly about your safety and security, you want to seek one of those out and participate in it. So that would be my suggestion.
Homeless have more rights than law-abiding
Yeah,
citizens. who
we're not
pay
gonna
their
solve the
property
problem
taxes.
tonight, I'm sorry, I apologize. I'd like to talk about it further, maybe we'll have a meeting around it, and we can talk about it some more, because it's a big deal, I get it.
The police will help us.
And I don't,
it's a-
I commend you guys.
You gotta understand, we're just as frustrated as you are.
I bet you're more frustrated.
So, and we're seeing a lot of things that everyday people don't see.
So I can repost the
So-
care team that will come and talk to the homeless. I can repost our community service officer, and I'll repost the ordinance stuff all on face so you can,
See, I'm
don't.
frustrated with whoever makes the decisions that doesn't, if you raise children the way we're raising the homeless, we would have an unruly society. You say to the homeless, I'm sorry you're homeless, here is your services. If you don't want them, there's the bus, you're out of town.
Okay, that's fair feedback. So we're gonna move on to the agenda. And I appreciate the fact that you're here, that you're concerned, but I want to stick to this. I know it's a big deal. That's one of the directives that the mayor is working on. So it's not like people are looking the other direction. And it isn't something that's going to be fixed overnight, but there is some forward motion taking place. So thank you for your indulgence and your patience and your feedback. Okay.
We'll be outside for a few minutes. If you guys have any more questions, we'll be out there, okay?
thank you.